Hi. One of the things about writing that I love is creating a story. And once again, it's not really connected with the actual writing because when an idea comes to me, I don't start writing it right away. I actually take my time until I have something more than just an idea. And usually it can take a while, and I often think about it. I also quite often talk about it with myself, uh, which is, I think, fine when you are a writer and you want to, think a story through. But in my case, maybe it doesn't look so strange because I usually do it when I have my morning walk with my dog. So I think that people just assume that I talk with my dog. So that's fine. In any case, I don't really care. My characters, I don't really come up with them so much as they come to me with their stories. Like basically, they like knock on my door and they say like, "We want you to tell our story. So please do that." The only problem is that they don't really give me a lot of details. Nothing much to work with, just general idea. So I have to figure out the rest. Still, I think that this is really fun when you're working on a story, when you're plotting it out, and then, you know, you can take a turn this way or that way, or go back or go forward, and the story will change completely. And this is something that I really, really love about writing. Like when I feel, yes, this is the story, this is the idea, I can't wait to start writing it. In fact, something like that happened yesterday. I had a meeting with a fellow writer, and we have this sort of writing club. We meet every week on Sunday to exchange what we have been working on and to give feedback to each other. And I was reading something to her that I wrote many years ago because I'm looking for something very specific, something that I'm going to use in a future book. And so we were discussing something, and I was sharing one of my ideas with her when I realized that this idea can be made even better, even more interesting. Like, I want to say that like it came out of nowhere, but actually it's not. It didn't come out of nowhere. It came through the conversation that we were having. And I was so excited. And one of impulses was, to go back home and to start writing. But it can't happen right now because I have at least three more books to work on, three completed books that need revision and editing and hopefully publishing. So, yeah, I have to wait, but you can't trust your memory. Though I have another writer friend who told me that, you know, I decided that if the idea is good, then I won't forget it. Or if I forget it now, it will come back to me when I start writing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But I came back home and I wrote them down, and it took me about an hour and a half just to write down the ideas because once I started writing, I started going into a lot of details so that I didn't forget anything when I actually started working on it. But it's just really, really exciting. I don't know. Once again, I'm not sure why I'm so excited because the chances are that no one is going to read this book, but I will read it and some of my friends will read it, and maybe it is enough. I don't know. But it's just something that I love doing, creating the story, creating the world, coming up with a lot of different things that, go right and then wrong, and then ways of solving problems, or maybe there are some problems that cannot be solved, and making my characters, know each other and see how they interact. Another thing that I've learned through writing is that you have to trust the story, and you have to trust the characters to take the story where it needs to be taken. And in the past, I was a plotter. I plotted out everything very meticulously. Gradually, I felt that I didn't need to do it anymore. But I would still, plot things out, but not as detailed, not as meticulously as I used to do it. And my latest book was a kind of experiment because I didn't have a clue what I was writing. I had a very vague idea, and I had two really great characters who got to know each other in the second chapter, and who basically, it seemed so easy. They were telling their story, and I was just writing it down. And I would, think about it ahead of writing, and I would get, I would generate ideas, I would accumulate ideas, and then I would always feel when those ideas would run out, and I was panicking, like, what next? What am I gonna write next? Like, I have enough ideas for 2 chapters. Then I had enough ideas for 4 chapters, then 6, then 8, then 10. And then it was like, every time ideas seemed to run out, I would suddenly get like floodgates. The gates would open, and I would get another batch of ideas. And I understood that this is the story that is leading me. And it was a really, really cool feeling. So thank you for listening, and goodbye for now.